Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello. Welcome. Terrible, terrible day. Either Gerry's PC has just gone poop again, or he's fallen asleep. I don't know where he is. He was here 2 hours ago, so whatever happens. Yes, I had a little accident with some clippers, Mr. Dutch. Hello, Orinoco, Demon Sub, my dog Skip, and Hazy Boy. Don't know if the new motherboard also blew up. Given the fact that he was around 3 hours ago, I'm guessing he might have been fallen asleep. Or he still might be in transit from the studio back home. Or, possible, he might have noticed the drink of the day. Brown lemonade. Cheers. But just in case, Gerry, that you're awake, Discord is open, so call me. Hello, Mr. Zork. I hope all of you have been very productive and highly, what do you call it, motivated to do a hobby. I've actually done hobby that's rather scary. Hold on a second. So, some of you might remember that lovely person, Mr. Horatio Noseblower, has gifted me at Christmas several items. One of them being a 3D printed, legally distinct, not Princess Leia from Star Wars in her slave outfit. And she's done. Only thing I need to do is... can't get her in focus because it's a cheap webcam. Nonetheless, she still needs some varnish, but then she's done and dusted. And the pup would also be a probability for dear Gerry. The other thing in which I was productive, I glued some more stones to the block. Excuse me. So this is getting a little bit higher, so no paints needed. But the most scary thing was I did a inventory of Star Wars Legion models that are still sitting and waiting for either being built and painted, and some of them getting a tray, and it's about 130 miniatures plus 2 large vehicles that are in need of whoopsie. So I'm set for this year, I think, because my order for Armored Clash hasn't arrived yet, and I'm still waiting on my 2 boxes of Skelly-Bobs for that absolutely necessary and potentially very good video I'll do on Skelly-Bob comparisons. Yes, those are rookie numbers, I know, Dutch, but those are my numbers, so I keep them. Yeah, hobby slump is something I had recently, and I'm trying to lift myself out by the ponytail, even though... Hello, Crispin! You lovely lad. Hello, you. Comparing your bones to the internet. Yeah, it's going to be which bone is the best. And I'm still completely neutral on the subject. I've had neither the horror to build either of the sets, so here's waiting on everything. Hello, Denley. Welcome to our little hobby chit-chat. Blue pills? No, the blue pills are not for hobby slump. Unless that's your hobby. But then, fair enough. Did you play Battletech with a Hex Grid map, or did you play Alpha Strike? dark. Then again, welcome. So many lovely chaps here, and no Gerry in sight. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know where he is. Guesses are as good as yours. Sleeping on his couch, being at the pub, throwing things across the room because his PC is still in tatters. Who knows? Or, and that brings me to a news from this week. There's a very beloved company that is closing shop. You might have guessed it by now. Fogou Models is doing the end of business. And yeah, I do get their reasons, absolutely. So if you want something from Fogou, if it's in stock, you might want to go now and grab stuff before everybody else has grabbed their thing.
Fogou.
Initially, I thought this would be the perfect evening then to accommodate all of those Fogou bait projects on OTT. Guess how many projects were associated with Fogou that I could find by searching for Fogou? 1. Yeah, so that didn't go as planned. Yeah, Demon's Up, no Brock for Gerry, though I did mention that to Fogou Models that they can't close until Gerry has gotten his Brock, but yeah, I got laughed out, and that's it. So, no Brock. At least not currently. So what other horror stories on the industry have been there for this week? I try to keep my head down and ignore everything that's negative. Went more or less like what it was to be expected. But I didn't hear anything besides weird tantrums from the orange monkey over in the US of A. Anything else happened? I don't think so. And anybody got any news? or anything they'd like to share? Let me go back to... I'm a bit annoyed that my order from Fantasy Welt is still not in. Yeah, they didn't give me a delivery time for the Skelly Bob, so that's fine. But the Armored Clash stuff that had an actual very on-point delivery date, which seems to have been not fulfilled, and now I'm waiting. Good evening, Redverse. Gerry scared them all away. Yeah, Simon, the website for rating people's paint jobs, has pulled the plug on everything, it feels like. And was to be expected. So if anybody had kept points on how many projects they actually did and how many stuff they just ordered from China to push through the US out into the world, yeah, was pretty much what I expected to happen. 4090 Doom has gone live on GameFound. I did get some what you call it, info on that game for some time now. I didn't see the pledge level, so I'm let's see. But and it's already funded. That's let me bring you in for the fun. Yes, Stanley, they potentially will now just go back to their prior business model. I think some of the companies will simply up their prices and hope for the best. Let's see. 4092. What are the pledge levels? Jeebus. This is one thing I really don't like about GameFound, the weird way they sort pledge levels and advertise some weird, wacky, monstrous number right at the bat. Where is it? Doom Prophet. Warrior. No. Doom Scribe. A book. A book and 3 STLs. I don't like STLs. No. Not really tingling my senses in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I do like the fact that it's only requires 3 models per player, and has a very short playtime. I might want to look into the rules if I can find some. Are the rules available digital also, so that one might just grab a PDF for reading? Well, I'll look see it later. Hello, Zopanet. Reads like Trench Crusade clone. Yeah, but to be fair, to put out such a thing, you need to be ahead of the curve or very versed in how things go. I think that's just more or less a coincidence. Trench Crusade without guns. Oh, the Die Hard miniatures Orcs Kickstarter is a nice one. Those are all interesting little sculpts. They do look nice. Not really. I want to have Curdy right now, keeping funds. Okay, Doug. So the PDF for the rulebook for 4090 Doom is available on the website. I'm guessing they're doing those through RPG, drive-through RPG or something. Oh, direct sales. Oh, that's okay by then. I like the fact that if you buy stuff on drive-through RPG and all their daughter sites, that you have them in one place and you get notifications when files have changed for typos and errors and stuff. That's a very nice thing. Dan Lee, the model of our US parent company is adopting to get parts made in China, then shipped into UK for assembly and claim made in UK. Well, they have done similar things way for some time now when it says made in America and then a tiny quote with parts from all over the world. So yeah. Wrong website if you're looking for bonus. Let's see. Holy 90. Burger games. Chop. Oh. Core rulebook is 20 quid. Well, they're awfully into their what you call it, Uh, fan stuff. Here, what's it called? Merchandise. I mean, it does look nice. There's no arguing on that. And I'm all for short games. Doom Company Rooster. That's a very simplified character sheet, I must say. Yeah, I might take a peek into some gameplays. I'm guessing there will be some gameplays somewhere. Hello, Mr. James Cuts.
Fogou.
Yeah, but I will be watching the I will be hunting for let's plays and stuff like that, because even if the rules are still changing, those usually give a pretty good impression on how the final product will be, and even if it's at all for me, or if it's just a nice to look at, but don't care. Not yet, James. Not yet. Though I have been tinkering with the bloody idea more than once, and there's just, yeah. Either they're asking silly prices, or there's just no way I can make sure that the quality is decent enough. The last company I looked into was what they're called, T-Mill, and they keep coming back with emails, so I might get the Knut shit, sir. Hello, Knuts. Red was actually, if I ever put my face in, even if it's just the rendition that Caesar kindly made me on a t-shirt, I'd like to have it at least some quality to it, just for shits and giggles. Yes, Stanley, there's a Heroes of Might and Magic RPG on Kickstarter by Modifius. Though I'm not sure if that's a thing you'd actually need? Question mark? So a break from the usual service then. I guess. So, coming back to the to the topic of hobby again. Since my layer is almost done, and the Fogou thing is a project that needs big drying time, I'm at a loss on what to do next. Basically, there's two options I have. Oh, three, maybe. It depends. So there's either the large, big, stompy robot from Bot War that's still wanting to be painted, the giant, what's it called? Atlantean. There's the big Battletech guy that's not the playable miniature. And there's a Mountain of Legion. I was hoping for Armored Clash to be arriving this week, so and let's not forget, Iron Maiden Eddies are 2 boxes. Almost forgot those. And a Slave 1 model kit rebuild. And a Death Star diorama. Hook! Plastic Crack Podcast uses T-Mill and t-shirts of decent quality, not the best, but far from the worst. Well, that's a good of a what do you call it? Confirmation that I could actually pull it. Legion Mountain. No, not Fire Sale per as of yet. Oh, on a completely different note. Hold on to your hats for a second. Where did I put that file? Oh God, this is going horribly wrong now. Desktop. So the army painter is right now doing a survey on hobby products. If you take they do two surveys. One is a 10-minute ish survey, and the other one is 20 minutes plus. If you take the 20 minutes plus survey, you'll get a 10% off coupon code that's valid until 1st of June 2025. So if you are planning on buying Army Painter stuff, it's on the website if I remember correctly. Hold on. I'll try to have a look. I got the link in the email. I don't know if there was a link to that on the actual site. Obviously not. Let me fetch the email. Ignore upcoming email inbound noises. Like that. Where is the Army Painter? Share feedback. Get. Oh God, get away. Copy link. Pass the link. I hope this works. Try it. That's the one I got. It pulls up a warning because it's a tracker, but of course it's a tracker. So yeah, that's a survey from their newsletter. I'm hoping you can make that work. It works! Good on! So, save it for later, do a survey, get 10% off at Army Painter stuff if you want to. If not, okay. Not my problem. Why is there so much reflection? I think the white balancing on this camera is really, really out of whack. Can I? Hold on. Properties. Where is the buffer range? Configure video. White balance. Oh, give me that. Oh, no, not helping. Go back to auto. Don't. Well, then, of course, let's leave it at that. The old paints at a decent price. I think they mentioned that some weeks ago that they actually are selling off their old stuff. So if you don't mind the older paints. Oh yeah, they are off 50%. That's a fuck a lot. You can grab yourself a bag or two. I think the 10% don't count towards already discounted stuff, so bear that in mind. Yeah, I hear what you say, Demon Sub. Army Painter surely has come a long way with their paints and their recipes. The early versions of some of their paints have a very nasty tendency of separating if you don't use them on a regular basis. Yeah. You didn't qualify for the short? How did that happen? um I wouldn't think so. I feel Army Painter would be reasonable to ship to the UK, but you might ask. So before email incoming noises go out of whack again, I'll need to close that again. Close that again, and where the fuck is my close that again, and away. I haven't tried new metallics. I have tried some of their speed paints, even though those were the version 1 ones, and I still like them. And I tried the current range of War Paint Fanatics, which is their new standard range. They do work well, and again, the thing I love the most is that each paint comes with 2 metal balls inside. I've got big balls. You've got big balls. She's got big balls. We've got big balls. To be fair, it's a decent price what do you call it? Price proposition. A good ratio of money to paint. You get a lot bang for your buck. James, that might be that AK are the best. I wouldn't be the one arguing any of those since I have no experiences with other paints than old Games Workshop, old Army Painter, current Army Painter, and some Vallejo. Some dude on YouTube comes with 2 metal balls. I feel I need to make a spreadshirt and just let you go wild for putting slogans on t-shirts. No, don't feel my balls. They are off limits. Who needs thin coats when you have metal balls? That actually could be a slogan for Army Paint. A Lloyd Jesus shirt. Well, technically I don't own that image, so I'm not sure if Lloyd would be very happy when if I put his face on a shirt. Yes, my dear Mr. Crispin, this is Mishmash Fritz Cola und Orange, made in the proud city of Hamburg. Explains a lot, doesn't it? So, coming back to hobby news. Better than Spezi? It's almost the same. There's multiple versions of that. There's a cola branded, a Pepsi branded. Well, my dog Skip, you don't have to miss it because you surely can get yourself an orange lemonade and a Coke. Just put them in one container. Oh, and then there's if you call it going about on the Polana, there's well, what the fuck is it called? That abomination, Radler. People using beer and citrus lemonade. Ugh. No, we didn't mention that, Soypenhead, but I've watched the interview, excuse me, that Gerry has put out today with Wargames Atlantic doing a Traveler 2300 range. I must admit, the only thing I know about Traveler was actually the role-playing supplements, so I have no clue on what kind of miniatures they are going to put out. Radler is an abomination. Either you're drinking lemonade or beer. You don't mix those two. Beer is not to be trifled with. That's against the Reinheitsgebot. A box of travelers and some NPCs. Did he mention which scale they would be? Though I did listen to the interview, I was distracted by doing some paperwork. Yeah, if it's at 28 mil, I'm guessing they will find a use not only in Traveler but also on other spacefaring games like whatchamacallit, Stargrave and Space Station Zero and those. Yeah, spaceships perfect for billion suns. Indeed. 28 mil spaceships. Well, you say that would be cool until you have actually put on a 28 mil sized spaceship on the table. I did the calculations for the Millennium Falcon and it's huge. Fucking ginormous. Yeah, but having multiple choices for weird alien races is great. I think those would then, depending on how they make them, also make a nice addition to Star Wars Legion, actually. Either just as decorative non-combatants all over the table, or as a alternative to, let's say, rebel scum and horrible mercenaries. Yeah, so let's go for 1 to 54. That's roughly a model. It's a model scale, and it fits roughly 28 mil miniatures. So yeah, that's a thing you can go for. Yeah, it's low tech sci-fi, but still it's sci-fi. Yeah, but there's also models in 152 and 154, so around 150ish is grand. Oh, also, and I'm pretty sure some of you have already noticed the completion of my project on OTT on the little diorama that I made for my hopefully now sleeping daughter. I'm very proud of that, actually. It turned out way better than I expected, even though on the last stretches some things had to be improvised. And just to be clear, if I had to guess which of my upcoming project would get a golden button, it would have been the tiny Finding Lord of the Ring dioramas, not the quick and dirty paint job on my Battletech. See, James, £9 shipping, €9 shipping. Potentially, I'm not sure if they collect taxes or if you need to think ahead for taxes and VAT things. Jill, my greatest fear is that now Ben sees the little Lord of the Rings diorama and goes, "Damn it, he needs one again," which would be hilarious. Yes, should be, but should is a very interesting term. The other way around, when I buy from the UK and put into um, to get here, I still need to pay up when delivery time is happening. Yeah, you say small order value, but do you know how much James now just put into his cart? He might have gone all in Bazanga once and grab all the paints he can, just to have them. The good thing about Army Painters paints, even the older ones, is they have a decent dropper bottle that really seals up nicely, even after several uses. And I'm still undecided on this big boy. Should I just paint him as an ordinary Big Mac, or do I really go ahead with my initial plan and take a saw to him and make him a waiting rack? Oh, Doctor, if you actually bought from Army Painter and got delivered to UK and can speak from experience, then that's more the better. Paint him like Santa. That would be a very, very interesting inside joke for a very, very small group of people. Um, I don't know. Paint him red with a lot of greens and whites. Snow base. Crushing down on some parcels. I could use him for a winter battle report. Rainbow Mac, I already have one of those, Zoipenhead. That has already been done, and he's even got a unicorn. I will have to contemplate on this one. Plus, we don't want to give John a stroke when he's watching the projects. Put a little Santa hat on it. Oh, well, I think that's a wee bit above my sculpting grade. Mech Warrior 2 box art. I need to look that up. Oh, I remember now. Yes, hold on. Where's my big? And let's go with. Let's go this one. Show picture. Show picture to people. Why, you can actually see the designs have come a long way. Oh god, warning stripes right around the rocket launchers. That's actually so bad it could be funny. I'm not good at camo though. What's it? Gray and some greens. Huh. And the funny thing is that this piece is actually big enough to replicate those little decals on the leg as a sort of pseudo freehand. Well, that might be actually an idea. I'll keep that in mind. And then add a Santa hat. I actually wish that Catalyst Game Labs would do proper Battletech models. I should roll a dice on stream? Why should I roll a dice? Hello, turtles, welcome! Rolling dice on stream never works great. Plus, I would need to set up a camera so you could actually see my dice rolls, so that I'm not tempted to be cheating. Oh, to choose the colors on the color scheme. You know, that's like using a coin flip to decide where you want to go. If you're not happy with the first flip, you automatically go with the second. So that's not really a random choice there, is it? Whatever you do, don't let us choose for you. Well, Hot Pink had run his course with the one Gundam model I did way back in again, and the Pink Panther. So there's nothing new on that occasion. That's why you said live on stream. Ah, cheeky. Hot Pink Mad Cat, like the Pink Submarine World War II movie, Operation Petticoat. Yes, James, you're not alone on that. It's a nice little movie. It's silly. It's not a war movie, but it's lovely entertaining. Painted a fireball explosion. I mean, if I would care for anything like the football, I could take a page from Pete's book and paint it in some kinds of football club colors, but I don't really care. I wouldn't even know how to do that, so I'm not going to try. Also, there's still the big bot war miniature to be painted, and I'm pretty sure I want to do him as Aquaman. Also, just in case you've noticed that there's no music in the background this time, someone is going around YouTube and claiming all the non-copyrighted sound effects. So whatever kind of music I had on the last times I was solo on stream, they all got a copyright thingamajig, and no, I'm not having that. James, I wouldn't know a damn thing about that. But I happen to know it's just green and white. So yes, there's bot war. A shame that the lovely lad that's doing it is so far away. And thus, coming to grabbing stuff occasionally just always ends up being horribly expensive. How's Liao Mad Cat? Well, that would be the lazy option. Just go to do it like the gold button winning project. If you have a big Mac, you might as well put some effort into it. At least that's my take on it. Maybe even do some streaking and grime and stuff. I said that would be a lazy choice, so I'm not going to do it. Though, wasn't there a white color scheme somewhere in there? I need to double check on Camel's backs. House Liao, largest wedding present ever. Yes, indeed. I feel that that's what makes the lore of BattleTech actually interesting, is the fact that it's not just all about I'm going to fuck you up right into the face, but there's actually quite interesting stories going through long periods of time, having an overreaching arc from one story end to the other, and maybe influencing outcomes in a weird and totally unexpected way. I know there has been a BattleTech animated TV series, but has there actually been a proper BattleTech movie? It just comes to my mind because just today I saw the announcement trailer for BattleTech Mercenaries 5 Clan Frostbear Space Graves something. Uh, Ghost Bears, I think Ghost Bears. And that almost looked like that could make some proper movie. Well, the Wing Commander movie. Uh, let's let's not talk about that. To be fair, the acting in Wing Commander 3 with uh, what's his face, Mark Hamill and the likes, was a bit stiff already. And the movie was no better. Oh god. Oh, totally put that out of my memory. Wing Commander the movie. Oh god. Yes, that's good point, James. At least Wing Commander got made, and not only Wing Commander 1, 2, 3, but also what's it called again? Um, I can't see the DVD from here. Uh, there were two more, weren't there? God, what's with the face? Oh god, you need to look that up. Da. Wing Commander, Secret Missions 2, Super Wing Commander. Where's about the... Where's the next iterations of those? Could have been better. Wing Commander 2, The Vengeance of Kilrathi, 3, Heart of the Tiger, 4, Price of Freedom, and Prophecy. Yeah, those were the ones. Privateer I have heard of, but never played. Yeah, there were some spin-offs. Yeah. Or what's the Black Watch? That's a unit within the BattleTech lore that came from out of nowhere and felt very we need some tartan. Having some large fucking mechs in kilts. We're mechs in kilts. I actually remember buying Wing Commander 3 way back in the day, brand new as a CD game. And my old 486 barely could manage. But I had fun playing it. Trying to run Wing Commander 1 and 2, on the other hand, totally didn't work on the 486 because the gaming speed was locked to the frequency of the chip, so it was way too fast. Robojugs is an interesting movie with big stompy robots, Zorg, but it's not BattleTech. I'd actually like to see some. Let me think. Mm, maybe actually the start of the invasion of the clans. That would be an interesting start for a multi-part series. Oh, I'm pretty sure you can get them on GOG. The Wing Commander series and all. Let me check. The Winged Commander. Yes. And they're all €5.49 each. Wing Commander 1 and 2 is a double take. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games for $5.49 each. Hello, Nick. Yes, that's what I was having in my ear. I mean, it can't be worse than the animated series. Can it? Potentially it can, but oh, and if I really could make the dream movie, the mechs would be all made by actual model representations. So no CGI, practical effects. Imagine. Shouldn't be too hard, should it? I mean, small, slow lumbering mechs. I don't even think we need stop motion at this time, Demon Sub, because they're just bipedal. And I'm pretty sure robotics has advanced far enough to make a pretty convincing small scale moving. Oh god. James. Ah. Artman Productions presents Battletech, the wrong set of legs. Wallace and Gromit fighting against the clans. The clans are led by the penguin. The pangolion. Yeah, Demon Sub. The AT-ST and AT-80 from Empire and Return of the Jedi all were stop motion and look great. Artman Production presents Irby Run. Run, Irby, run. Uh, oh, I've had a brain fart. We all know that the Irby very much looks like a Battletech clone of R2D2, but at the same time, it reminds me very much of a Volkswagen Beetle. Let's go Herbie, but with an Irby, and redo the movies. So have a sentient Irby doing weird stuff. Herbie the Irby, yes. God. Ah, and that's all set in clan invasion time. When the Irby pisses off clan something. This is so terrible. This is such a bad idea. The punchlines just write themselves. Irby reloaded. Irby against the rest of the universe. Oh, you've got no Irby Dutch? That's a shame. I specifically got one with my clan invasion Kickstarter back then. I wanted an Irby. You can't play Battletech and not have an Irby. And I'm still hovering around the urban box set, but it's actually way too expensive to be a fun force to sit on the table and never play with them. Oh, so James has got the full company of them. I wish there was a data card that made them playable in any way, shape, or form, but I guess unless you get your opponents to agree to feel nothing that's bigger than 30 tons, that's not going to happen. Oh, James, if people get annoyed by people turning up with odd mechs in their game, just point them to the novels where on more on one occasion farming and agricultural mechs have been repurposed to fight in certain scenarios. So having an Lance of Urbies is totally valid, especially if the backlore, and if correct me if I'm wrong, depicts them as city defenders. So if you're playing in a city, the Irby is the optimal choice. Yes, I guess there's some Irby deathmatch thingamajig. There was something along those lines, and I think the flight configuration Irby was just an April's fool, but that looked just so lovely. Yeah. Then you're playing against one power gamer, and are you matching your forces via tons or via battle value? We've so my friend and I have just recently changed from building forces via the medium of tonnage, but go on battle value, and all of a sudden, the games are working better for me. Well, I'm guessing battle value would be the only half reasonable approach to that in your case, because yeah, just by tonnage, you'll be getting stomped. And the funny thing is, those guys actually are getting quite annoyed if you land a headshot with one of those little egg-shaped killer cans, which I did last time I played. So Well, you shouldn't take it too... You should never take any game too serious. Even if you're playing competitive, it's a fucking game. Game, you get the word game? Fun? Enjoyment? And that's not for the one side on your table, but everybody at the table should be enjoying the game and have fun. If you can't allow your people to have fun while playing, I'm not playing you. Yes, especially from a German Dutch, because we know the value of fun when it's properly prepared. We might not have fun all the time, but when we have fun, it's very funny. At least that's what I'm told. If your herbies are quite killy, then you might have just better dice luck than I had. The last few times I had my herbie with me, it just went poof. Okay, Nick, you go on the list. That was a very rude thing to say. Hold on, I got something to scribble on. Now you're on the list. Yes, that's the point of an Herbie swarm, James. Just push them all forward in a wide selection of... Hello, do you have time to talk to us about our little friend and savior, AK5? I think that's one thing that's actually missing for me for BattleTech is a really good mech builder program of sorts, because I really love how that's depicted in the Harebrained Schemes BattleTech turn-based strategy game. How you can set up your mechs. That's just nice. I like to have something like that for the tabletop. Not an app, not something that's on my little smartphone. No, no, no. I want something that's properly displayed on a big monitor so I can see anything that goes on that. Yes, Hazy, that's one of my most proudest moments with wrong wording, but that's one of the Kickstarters I'm most happy about to have funded way back when, just to have all the game that's in there. It's such a relaxing and lovely game. Might I can't remember. Had that thing multiplayer option? I think it has. I think it has. Maybe I should play a game of Badly Tex. Not yet, but sometime in the near future. Must contemplate on that. That's a very happy note, yes. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's my big box of mix. Oh, look. Had I, as we had mentioned, the Rainbow Mac. Let me just grab this little fella. Is a Rainbow Mackie Mac. And yes, he's not showing up properly. I can't help it. At least you can see the colors. And there's his little horn. Oh, and a Chaos Space Marine. Hurrah. Isn't there the BT Online Gaming thing? Good night, yet. There might be. There's so much lovely stuff around this universe that it's really a shame that the rights to most of it is sitting with a company that doesn't care. And no, I'm not talking about Catalyst. I'm talking about those guys on top of Catalyst. They're only in for the money. They don't care for the law, for the fans, for the miniatures, for the fun. What you gonna do? But Cheese Me has a point. I'm all out of steam, all out of lemonade. So I'm calling this a day. Thank you for being here. I hope you lovely sausages had fun listening to my weird ramblings. I quite enjoyed this tonight, and I still hope Gerry didn't kill his PC. And we will have him back at the Weekender at some point, because reasons. Oh, the look at my chin isn't that rare. It only has been hiding for about 9 months. So next winter it will be growing again when it gets cold. So you lot have a lovely evening. Enjoy your hobby if you do any. If you don't, enjoy your free time however you feel fit. And hopefully see you again next week. Until then, goodbye.